Okay, let's break down what's going on with The Last of Us Season 2 trailer because things are looking different. Like major changes different. Hey everyone, Last of Us fanatics. The Season 2 trailer just landed, and if you're anything like me, your mind is probably blown because things are looking different. Like major changes different. Now if you're a game purist, hold on to your hats because we might be going on a bit of a detour from The Last of Us Part 2 storyline. I've been digging deep, like really deep, into this trailer, and I've spotted some things that suggest HBO is remixing the narrative in some pretty significant ways. First up, let's talk about a scene that seriously jumped out at me. Remember that super intense scene in the game where Abby's about to get strung up by the Seraphites? Those creepy cult guys. Yeah, that scene. Buckle up, because it looks like Ellie might be in that exact same situation in the show. In the trailer, there's a glimpse of someone, looks like a woman with brown hair, struggling with a noose around her neck. Face is hidden, but check this out, the holsters on her jeans. They look exactly like the ones Ellie wears in other trailer shots. Now in the game, Ellie's first run-in with the Seraphites is, well, a lot less dramatic. Arrow to the shoulder, not exactly edge-of-your-seat TV, right? But Abby's hanging scene? Total nail-biter. Makes sense they'd want to amp up Ellie's intro to this group for the show. But here's where it gets really interesting. Think about Yara and Lev. Those siblings who help Abby out in the game. They haven't been officially cast for the show yet. Could this mean they're cutting them out entirely? And this is a big, or could they be replacing them? The trailer actually hints at that too. There's a quick scene with what looks like a father and daughter. They hear that creepy Seraphite whistling, and they book it. Running away from their own people? Sounds a lot like Yara and Lev's defection story, doesn't it? Maybe this new duo is taking their place in the show's narrative. Maybe they're the ones who help Ellie out if she ends up in this hanging mess. Wild, right? Okay, change number 2. Remember that heartbreaking moment in the game when Joel? Yeah, that moment. In the game, Tommy's there when it happens, but the trailer is painting a different picture. We see Dina riding with Joel, just the two of them, out on patrol. And Tommy? He's back in Jackson, blasting away infected at the town walls. This is a big shift. In the game, Tommy gets taken out pretty quickly anyway, but swapping him out for Dina? That changes things. Does Dina being there for Joel's final moments make her and Ellie closer? Could it cause tension later on? It's definitely gonna mess with their dynamic. And speaking of Jackson being under attack, let's talk about the horde. In the game, the massive horde doesn't hit Jackson until way later, when Abby's dealing with it. But in the trailer, Jackson is swarmed. Hundreds of infected slamming against the walls, Tommy using a flamethrower. It's straight out a zombie apocalypse movie. Why the change? Well, having Jackson under siege right from the start really cranks up the stakes. It makes sense why Ellie and Dina would be sent out alone to deal with, well, and it also makes Jackson feel less like this perfect safe haven, which, let's be real, nowhere in this world is truly safe. Plus, in the show, Tommy and Maria have a kid. That's a huge reason for him to stay and defend Jackson, right? Okay, 2 quicker changes, but still important. First, we see this really powerful shot of a Firefly graveyard. Dog tags hanging on makeshift graves, zoo animals wandering around, definitely outside the Salt Lake City hospital. These are Joel's victims. In the game, Ellie finds out the truth about Joel through a recording. But imagine stumbling upon an entire graveyard of people he killed. Talk about a gut punch. This could be where Ellie learns the truth in the show, and it's going to hit way harder visually. And lastly, remember Dina's morning sickness in Seattle in the game? Well, there's a trailer shot of Dina looking like she's in serious pain, screaming, even. She's in her Seattle clothes, looks like she's in the movie theater base. Could this be the show swapping out pregnancy sickness for an injury to keep her sidelined during day 2 in Seattle? Maybe they're ditching the pregnancy plot for now, or just delaying it. We'll have to wait and see. So that's a ton of potential changes. I mean, we are talking about some massive shifts from the game's storyline. And honestly, that's kind of exciting. It means even those of us who've played the game a million times are going to be on the edge of our seats, wondering what's coming next. HBO is clearly not afraid to remix things, to keep us guessing, and to probably break our hearts all over again in new and interesting ways. Season 2 is shaping up to be a wild ride, and I, for one, am totally here for it. But hey, that's just my take. What do you guys think about all these potential changes? Are you excited? Nervous? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed breaking down all this Last of Us Season 2 craziness with me, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your fellow fans, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future breakdowns and Last of Us goodness. See you in the next one. Like, share and subscribe.